Hey guys, what's going on? So this is obviously going to be a rant video, as proven by the title and quite possibly the thumbnail. If you are here for Rush Royale gameplay content, this is not the video for you. This is literally just going to be me talking for a very, very long period of time about something that almost has nothing to do with Rush Royale. And it's just going to be story time, and that is actually the reason why I even wanted to do this in the first place. This is something that happened to me 3 or 4 days ago, an enough amount of time for me to not care as much as I did the day that it happened, like the hour that it happened. And in that like amount of time, I thought to myself, like, should I even talk about this? Like, is this even worth bringing up? Sometimes I don't like giving people a platform, like, you know, like, just because I feel like it'll feed people to be negative towards me in order for me to feature them in a video. And let me tell you, I already blocked this person or hid them from my channel, so if they do comment, you'll never see it. They'll see it, but you'll never see it, and I will never see it. So essentially, this person doesn't even exist to me anymore, or will never exist to me anymore. Because my channel is Rush Royale Taylor's version, I'm going to give you a Taylor Swift quote that she said in one of her interviews. One of her interviews, she was obviously asked about, you know, do you ever feel bad for writing a song, you know, like a negative song about somebody? And she said that whenever she writes a negative song about somebody, it's because she doesn't want to know them anymore. It's not like oh, hey, I'm writing this song about you so that you'll apologize to me and then we can be friends. I'm writing this song, this like negative song about you because you did this negative thing, and I never want to hear about you ever again. And so this isn't even for, you know, like, this isn't me searching for an apology or anything. This is me, you know, taking a negative experience and then turning it into something for myself, which is kind of what Taylor Swift does. She makes albums, and she makes, you know, like, it's cathartic experiences. It's like, it's a way to, like, not be so destroyed by something negative, and to turn it into something else, turn it into something that's different. So part of me didn't even know if I wanted to, like, how long I wanted to wait to post this, because I already got all my information, I already got all the facts, and, you know, like, all my evidence that I needed, and so I could post this whenever. Like, if I wanted to post this 3 months from now, I could post it 3 months from now. But I did this post, and it's how many positive videos should I post before I do a dark side rant video, and overwhelming majority on 37 votes. All 37 of you that actually voted, thank you very much. That's just engagement. I love that is the amount of engagement that I now have. Because I remember when I first started this channel, I would do a post like this and I would get like 3 votes or something like that. But now that I have like 2,300 of you, and the fact that like 78%, like an overwhelming amount, were like, post this now, it made me want to post it now. But that wasn't the only thing that made me want to post it and talk about it and whatnot. I also want to talk about it because this is my brand. And I was trying to justify it, like, when I was, you know, like, driving to work this morning, knowing that I was going to talk about this later. And, you know, like, I'm obviously going to get to it, but, you know, if you don't like my intro, you're not going to like the rest of this long video about me talking. This is my brand. I am not just a Rush Royale content creator. I'm a person. I'm a person with thoughts and feelings about things. Somebody wrote in a comment, and they said, I can't remember what the context was, but they were saying something to the effect of, like, how angry is this going to make you? Is it going to make you do another rant video about it if I say whatever? If I say this or something? Is it going to make you do a rant video? And I responded to them, it was something to that effect. But I responded to them with the idea that I'd rather have, like, an overwhelming emotion than no emotion at all. And I feel like there's a lot of like Rush Royale content creators that don't really have large emotions about anything. And let me like defend that for a second. If you don't, the smaller your emotions are, and the more positive you are, the easier it is to grow a fan base. If you just positively say, I love everything, if somebody says, oh, hey, what do you think about this card? I love this card. And you say, I love that card as well, right? No matter what card that is. Oh, hey, I just got Thrower, and, you know, like, do you think it's really good? And you say, yeah, I think it's pretty good. You know, like, for where you are, you know, in your journey, it's a great card. Use that card. You'll enjoy it. It's fine. I find that most content creators will either say nothing to a comment like that, or they will just say something positive. Like, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, congratulations. I'm glad that you got Thrower. It's, you know, it's one of those early cards that I used to use, and it's so great, right? For where you are in the game, it's gonna serve you well, right? And I'm just not like that, right? I like giving my emotions and I'm giving my real thoughts about a question like that. I'd be like, it's the worst fucking card. Like, it's terrible. Don't use that ever again. Like, you should use these other cards because these other cards are much better. These are the reasons why that card you think is good is really, really bad. And some people take that and they're like, well, you're not being supportive, or you're not being, you know, like, why are you being like snarky, or why are you being like whatever, right? And I'd rather give strong emotions about things than nothing. I would rather give, like, I could easily be the Rush Royale YouTube channel. I could easily just comment everything and say, thanks for the comment. Just whenever anybody writes a comment, just write, thanks for the comment. Oh, thanks for the comment. Thanks for the comment. Right? I could do that. And I'd probably get more subscribers, because if I either didn't comment back on anything or left generic comments, it's technically better than saying something negative, even if it's true. Somebody, you know, like commenting like, oh, like I'm running a Boreas Grindstone deck. What cards should I do? What cards should I build to make this deck better? And if I wrote, you know, that deck is terrible, don't use it, use anything else, what are your other cards? You know, like, I feel like that might destroy that person a little bit, you know, if they thought that that was like the best thing, right? But it's also a true statement. And it's also like, you know, there are certain facts in this game, and I am not above those facts. Like, there are facts about this game, right? And that's the kind of like comment back that I would give them. And as a Rush Royale content creator, or as a content creator in anything, doing something like that would invite people to not want to subscribe to you, because a lot of people just want to hear what they want to hear, right? They like, if they like something, that they want you to say that they like it, you know, like, or that you like it. And if they hate something, they want you to hate that thing as well. So I have certain stances in this game, and whether or not they are true or not, they are just how I feel about this game. And one of those stances is my stance on Crystalmancer. And I've made my stance on Crystalmancer abundantly clear in a bunch of different videos, in a bunch of different posts, in a bunch of different lives. If you've ever joined any of my lives, I have made an entire video about how I hate Crystalmancer and all the reasons for why, right? And I don't harp on it. Like, as you know, as soon as I did that one, I didn't want to keep doing that, right? Here's me doing that again. This is going to be me doing that again. And I'm going to show you what a regular comment would look like, right? I just posted this video. It's off meta Spirit Master, took me to 7K, right? Small Shamer So in the video, I talk about Spirit Master, Enchant Sword, and Witch, and Gadget, and how I like it because it utilizes the attack speed, and it's a very easy deck to play. I've done like 25 billion damage with it. It's very good. Yeah, I think it's very strong. Small Shamer is a person that I met very early in my journey of becoming a content creator. He's a person that has commented on a number of my videos, and I remember back in the day when I first started, there were times when people thought we were at war, and it's because when he was commenting on my videos, he was coming at it from a very heightened level of thinking kind of player. He's a top 100 player. He started like months before I became a content creator. He just spent large quantities of money in the game, knew how he wanted to spend it, and just made like the best decks possible with the amount of money that he spent very early on in the game. And he has since just grown and grown and grown in power. And he's almost, if he wanted to be, he's constantly in top 100. And this is top 100 before, the recent update when everybody is in top 100, when everybody is a contender and a champion and a legendary, right? And so very early on, he used to give me these very, you should do this kind of comments, or you shouldn't play this, you should do this, right? And I was I always kind of felt I was if you have all this knowledge, because there's a certain part of me that is if you have so much knowledge about this game that you want to tell me what to do, why don't you start a YouTube channel and tell people what to do? That's what, being a content creator is. Why are you trying to tell me what to do? Why don't you just start your own YouTube channel and tell other people what to do? Why are you constantly being on my page and being you shouldn't do that thing, you should do this thing instead? Because it feels like at a certain point it starts to undermine my advice. And it started to feel very awkward very early on. And since then, I feel like we've developed a healthier relationship. It's become a little bit better. I understand where he's coming from. And he's learned how to talk to me, essentially. His comments don't feel as harsh as they used to. And so in this comment, he said, Spirit Master is broken because of the interaction with Night Statue and Stone Power. The sword variant is much weaker. I used to play it during Forest Cleanse Blessing, but the damage potential is cut in half. If you notice in this comment, he's not telling me to do anything. He's just saying simply, I tried this thing that you're doing in this video, and I didn't get a lot of success with it. I switched back to Night Statue. And, if you want to just throwing it out there, if you want to try it, you can. If you want to stay with the thing, you can, right? That's what this comment, it says to me, right? It's not, what you're doing in this video is wrong. You shouldn't do that. You should do Night Statue instead. I tried it. It's better. This is bad. You're bad, right? He could have easily have said it like that, and that comes off very differently. At which point I said, so just Covenant of Veteran all the way then? And he said, typical setup that they do, Covenant, 4 Spirit Masters, 2 Witches. Guess what? I switched to it. It's better. It's much better. I mean, it's much harder to set up, but it's better. It is. I like it. It's been working. It's fine. I want to see how it works next season when I have to fight my way back up to 7K again. But yeah. It's pretty good. And then you use Gadget, you just take out Enchant Sword, you put in Night Statue. You still have the Harlequin, the Trapper, or the Harlequin and the Witches. So the Harlequin is really key in this deck. It makes the deck flow really nicely. You're able to put everything into place a lot easier than you would normally. And then you're able to get, max value out of your Witches, which is also good. It's good. And then you can do infinite stacks on the, the double tile that you care about. Or the 2 Spirit Masters that you care about. But this is a typical like interaction with me. It's comment, I comment back, they comment, we're done. I'll just go into another comment here. Do you think that there's a huge difference in equipment? I use sword and amulet to swiftness, but would spear or magic amulet be better or about the same? I commented back with what deck, because there's no context to this. They said Demon Hunter, and I said that. And that's it. They didn't comment back. They didn't need to. And that's it. This is what a normal like comment interaction with me looks like. My Scrapper's level 8, so the Spirit Master Night Statue deck isn't working well for me, sadly, right? And so I said, hopefully this might work, because I'm not even using Night Statue. I don't know if they noticed that in my video, or if they even saw the video, or if they just said meta, or if they just saw a meta Spirit Master, and then they're like, it's obviously a Night Statue deck, and maybe they didn't watch it. I don't know. Who knows? But I said, you know, hopefully this will work. Hopefully this will work better for you, right? That is what a normal, like, conversation looks like to me, right? It's just like 3, like a maximum of 3, right? Like a comment, I comment back, they comment, and maybe I comment back. Maybe like 4. Like 4 comments is like a reasonable amount of comments, right? Do you know what's not a normal amount of comments? Let's go through this. And before I go through this, I'm going to start with this. The second that this person gave me this first comment, I had already written them off. I had already, like, in my head, I was already like, oh, fuck this guy, right? I had already written them off, and I was done. But the thing that I like to do, and this is a spoiler for all of you people that love to write, like, negative things, right? I love to take negativity like this and turn it into something that is useful for my channel. Comments, engagement. I love doing it. I've actually stated it in a video. And if you haven't seen that video, you should find it, because I did. And I knew that people that did not care to watch a video like this, because it's in another video like this. It's in another one of my rant videos where like 30 minutes into the video or 20 minutes into the video, very far into the video, I was like, hey, spoiler, I'm going to tell you something. And that spoiler is, whenever people give me negative comments, I love just commenting back until they stop. Because, like I said, normal people, normal commenters, people that say, hey, I love your channel. And I say, thanks, man. You know, thank you for saying that. That means a lot to me. Guess what? That conversation doesn't go for 30 more comments. That's it. That's the interaction. Hey, you know, what kind of deck should I build? I'm trying to build a Blade Dancer deck. I'm like, hey, I have a video called Sharpen Frenzy. You know, here's the link. Go check it out. And they're like, thanks. Guess what? That interaction doesn't go to 30 more comments. The only ones on my channel that ever go into this amount of comments are when I'm purposely playing the person and I'm just waiting for them to figure it out. And I will just keep commenting back until they eventually figure it out, or until I eventually have to spell it out for them, because they're dumb. They're just like, and it's usually the same type of person. It's the type of person that needs to prove that they're right and you're wrong. And I don't care. And usually I don't want to say I have 100% accuracy on people that, you know, write comments like this, but for the most part, I know this type of person. It's the type of language that they use. It's the way that they say something. And And I know that they think that I don't know anything about this game. That I just have a YouTube channel and I just, play this game all the time. And I've amassed 2,300 subscribers and I don't know anything about this game. That I don't think about this game all the time. And I'll tell you, I'll let you in on a little secret. I think about this game all the time. I've stated this before. I love talking about this game probably more than I like playing this game. I love theory crafting. I love thinking about this game. I love figuring out different aspects about this game. And so I'm going to go through this relatively quickly because I don't want to harp on this too much. But they started with, you do realize, let's break that down really quick. You do realize, right? When somebody comes at you with you do realize, that means that they think that they know better than you and that you don't know anything at all. There's a nice way to say this, and a way to say this is not to start with that. You do realize Crystal Arcanus is the one that doesn't do as much damage, right? The High Arcanus does a lot more. There's a guy in my clan that can do around 5 billion with his Crystalmancer. 1 billion damage with a Crystalmancer is pretty impressive, and that's why most people use it. 5 billion damage is fucking insane. Most people don't do 5 billion damage with regular legendaries. And doing 5 billion damage with a Crystalmancer, either side, means that you have a large quantity of crit. It means you have plus 5,000 crit. And it means that you got really, really lucky with your bosses. Because like I've stated in multiple videos, King putting into Bedlam kills you. You can't do anything about it. There's nothing you can do. You can pretend that you can do something about it. You can pretend if I use Mermaid, I can protect it. There's not really a lot you can do. Your Crystalmancer has to blow up the King Pudding, at which point now you have to deal with all of the puddings. And then the Bedlam will basically immediately come out. And because you have to wait for a 3-second pause, you're dead. You can't do it. That means that you go into triple bosses and you're dealing with Tamer Warlock, and then Tamer King Pudding, and then Warlock, King Pudding, Dark Priest, and then your thing doesn't get Dark Priested, right? You're getting so lucky with bosses at that point, doing 5 billion damage. And there's a big part of me that thinks, if you're doing 5 billion damage with Crystalmancer, why aren't you using anything else? Why? Now, I would like to point out that this came out of the video where I talked about, it's completely... Because I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, oh, was this your Crystalmancer video? No, it wasn't. This comment, and it doesn't exist anymore. I'll get to that at the end of this. But this came out with the why mega units will never be good. It was that video where I was talking about Archer, Sentry, and Rogue Shinobi, right? And in that video, I was talking about how the percentage chance for you to get a mega unit is very, very low. And that's what makes these bad. But I said, Crystal Arcane, to give a positive to Crystalmancer for once, right? Because and contrary to popular belief, I don't simply hate Crystalmancer. I don't like High Arcanus specifically. I think Crystal Arcanus is pretty good. I think that if you build up a Crystal Arcanus, I think it's pretty good. You can get a witch on it. You can get double sharpened spear knight statues, and you can build it pretty well. And it can scale in damage, and then you can add the speed with the knight statue, and then it has area of effect. And I think it's good. I think it's fine. My sole problem lies with the hierarchanist. I just don't like it. And there are so many people that champion for it, that are like, it is the best card in the world. And whenever I say this, like in other videos or in a live or in something, whenever I say like, oh, there are so many people that believe in hierarchanist so much that they will stop at nothing to convince me that it's the best thing, this stream of comments is what I mean. So in that video, I said, you know, that Crystal Arcanist is really good because you have a 35% chance of getting a Crystalmancer with the crystal, and then you have the talent to give you an extra 35% more than that to get a Crystalmancer with a crystal. It's very good. And I was like, and then very offhandedly, I was just like, it's much better than the Hierarchanist version. And this person decided to disregard the rest of the 13 minutes of this video, take that 3-second like moment where I said it's better than the Hierarchanist, and you can go rewatch the video. That's literally all I did. I was like, Crystal Arcanist is really good. It's much better. It's the version that you should be using. And this person decided to be like, whoa. I need to break this down for you because you clearly don't understand. You do realize that Hierarchanist is the best. and I want you to think about something as I go through this. I don't know if you're a religious person at all, but in the idea that you are not, have you ever had somebody that is a religious person try to convince you that you like need to repent and that you are a sinner and that you need to repent and that you need to go to church and that you need to do this and this is absolutely the thing you have to do, that you have to like give yourself over to God, and you know, like somebody like really like I'm a religious person, like I am a Christian. If I had to pick a faith, I am a Christian person. I don't go to church. I used to for a little bit, and it was a thing. It was a portion of my life. I haven't, and that's not to say that I don't believe in God. I do, right? But there are religious people that are, you know, like they are religious themselves. But then you have what I like to call the zealots, the people that need to convert everybody that they meet. People that are like, you know, like you are a sinner and you need to repent and you need to go to church and you need to do this and you need to like read the Bible and you need to do this. You know, like you can be a religious person and be a quiet religious person. You can be like, you know what, that's what I believe. If you believe something else, that's fine too, right? You can be that kind of person. Be like, hey, you know what, I'm going to go to church this Sunday. If you want to go, you can. If you don't, that's fine, right? But there are people that are like the zealots. The people that like would stop somebody on the street and be like, stop doing what you're doing. God would not want that, right? I want you to keep that in mind. Because after this comment, after this singular comment, I knew everything that I needed to know about this person. And the thing that I like to do to these kinds of people is I just ask them question after question after question, because this kind of person that needs to know and needs to convince you of something, they just want to keep answering all of your questions because it makes them feel better about themselves. It makes them feel heard and seen. And I have to believe that in their own life, especially with this person, I have to believe that in their own life, not a lot of people listen to them. And I have to believe that they probably don't have a lot of friends. Somebody that is lonely enough to do this to me. And I feel like, I don't know, man. Like, the reason why I'm doing this, as much as like maybe in the past it gave me like some kind of hilarity to like put somebody on blast like this, to put a commenter on blast like this, to be like, look at this crazy person. I think the real reason why I'm doing this is simply the fact that I am a person first, and I'm a content creator second. And what I mean by that is, if something bothers me, I will voice that. And if I like something, I will voice that. If Rush Royale comes out with an update and I like it, I will say that I like it. And if they come out with a thing that I don't like or that I disagree with, I'm going to say very passionately that I disagree with it. But the heart of what my channel is I like to be conversational. I like to be a friend. Because I consider all of you that are actually watching my channel, I consider you my friends. And that might sound weird, but that is how I do every single video that I ever do. I don't have a script. I don't heavily produce my videos, right? I'm not, here to be like, thank you for coming to Rush Royale Taylor's version, the YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get into the video. Here is my video. And like, it's not like overly scripted. I'm just like, yeah, like, hey guys, what's going on? Like, this is this video for today. Like, hey, this update just dropped. It would be like if I were to talk about the game to a friend. That's what this YouTube channel is for me. I'm pretending like I'm talking to a friend. And like talking to a friend, like if something happens to me at work, I work as a server, and if I get like some shitty customer, right, I immediately want to talk to one of my coworkers and be like, this person was super shitty. Like, this is so crazy. Like, this person was insane. They were, doing all this stuff, right? And then, like, I can laugh about it, and it makes me feel a little bit better. Because if I were to hold all of that in, of like a customer being mean to me, and I couldn't tell anybody, I feel like maybe it would hurt me a little bit more than it should. But if I can like tell somebody else, if I can tell like a friend, tell a coworker, hey, this person was being insane, and that coworker looks at me and is like, oh my God, yeah, like that person was being insane, then it makes me feel like, I don't know, heard and seen. And, like it makes me feel better about myself. I need you to know that after this comment, I did not care about this person at all. For the rest of everything that happens, I was not being serious in one singular bit. I know that this person watches my channel. I know this person knows a lot about the game. I know that this person knows that I know a lot about this game. And yet they still decided to feel the need to write a comment to say, how do you not know that High Arcanist is better? Now, if they know me, they know my thoughts on Crystalmancer. And there was just a better way of saying all this. So after this happened, I just decided to play with them, as I do most people that write me comments like this. And I'm not gonna I don't want to go into a lot of this, but I will stop at a couple of specific spots. So I'm just gonna go through this. You can feel free to freeze frame as I go through this and read this. I'm sorry, as I go through this, you can feel free to pause the video so you can read it or whatnot. But I did want to stop at a specific one. And oh, here we go. That's the huge difference between you and Bear. Bear is Rush Royale Tips and Tricks, by the way. If you haven't subscribed to Rush Royale Tips and Tricks, go subscribe. One of you considers. I don't know what that means. One of you considers, the other one mocks. I hate poorly choiced words. One of you, I think they meant one of you was considerate. That's probably what they meant. One of you was considerate, the other one mocks, right? So I said, have you ever asked Bear what he thinks of Bard and why he should play Bard instead of Genie because it's better, and then tell him strategy about how to play Bard because it's obviously better than Genie, right? Because that's what this person is doing to me. This person is trying to convince me that Crystalmancer High Arcanist is better than Crystal Arcanist, right? Bear is very famously a Genie player. That is what he does, and to great effect. He is constantly in champions. He tries to get to legendary. I think he's trying to get to legendary as I speak. And that's what he does. He plays PvP and wins. He plays the game and wins. He is a Genie player through and through, and he has a level 15 Bard, but he has made it abundantly clear that he doesn't like it. He could play it, but he just doesn't like the gameplay, right? I've made it abundantly clear that I don't like Crystalmancer High Arcanist. And yet, this person is still trying to convince me that it's better and that I should play it and that I should repent and that I should give myself over to God. And like that is how they sound. Like somebody who needs you to change your mind. Like they need to make you change your mind so that you can, you can understand, the higher power that is Crystalmancer High Arcanist, right? And so they said, also, many people have asked him. He said, not as fun as Genie, and I can understand that. I play Genie too, only mine's level 14. That has nothing to do with what my point was. And my specific point was that he doesn't play Bard because he doesn't want to. So why would you force him to? Why would you tell him, you should play Bard? Bard's better. If you knew how to play Bard, you'd do much better. You should stop playing Genie. Who the fuck cares? Like, I don't understand. Like, if you understand that this thing bothers somebody, like, why would you push that? And that was my entire point. Why, if you know that I don't like Crystalmancer, why would you take this one bit of a video that has nothing to do with Crystalmancer and try to convince me to play Crystalmancer? I don't understand people. And so like the way that you get people to comment is you just keep asking questions. You don't do definitive statements because that ends the conversation. So you just keep asking them questions. Which is what I did. Over. And over. And over. And they just kept going. And so at some point I was like, it's almost as if though you have enough information about the game to make a YouTube channel so that you can give factual opinions like these about the game as opposed to using my YouTube channel as a platform for that very thing. Something to think about, posting your own thing about your knowledge about this game so people can judge you harshly for everything you say that is 100% correct. Because this is what will happen. You can say factual things in this game or in anything. You can be the greatest of all time. You think nobody has anything great, bad to say about Tom Brady? Like, that man is like the best. Like, I don't even know anything about sports. That man is the best, football player out there. Do you think that there is, do you think there are YouTube people out there that don't have something bad to say about Tom Brady's playing? You think somebody out there doesn't have something bad to say about Kobe Bryant, right? There will always be somebody out there that no matter how good you are at something, they will have something to say. And this feels like the kind of person that would go on a Taylor Swift music video and say, Taylor Swift sucks. She doesn't sing great. She's an awful singer. Right? Like that kind of person. The kind of person that would go out of their way to be like, I need somebody to understand my opinion, and I need to make my opinion known that I disagree with this thing. And it's just like, I don't understand. I don't understand why people have this strong of an opinion about something that they need to convince you that it's the thing that you should do. I made a Crystalmancer video, and I did an entire video why I hate Crystalmancer, just so that I could explain it, just so that I wouldn't have to keep reiterating why I dislike it. And there are people all the time trying to convince me that it's good, that you should try it, and that you should use it, and you should get better with it. And I'm just like, there's no fucking reason. There's no fucking reason to get better at a unit that is going to drop off. You should be playing legendary units that do 50 billion damage, that do 100 billion damage, that do 1 trillion damage. Stop playing Crystalmancer and stop trying to convince me to play Crystalmancer. People don't understand, why that's my stance. And they're like, no, you should play it. You just don't know how to play it. You just don't know how to use it. If you know how to use it, you'd understand that it was so great. And I'm just like, I understand, that it has limitations. I understand that it's good up to a point. I understand all of this. I'm not going to use it. And I'm not going to say that it's good. Because perpetuating the idea that it's good would make somebody who doesn't know the latter portion of the game with legendaries stick with Crystalmancer forever. And I don't want to push that narrative. Even though everybody wants to push the narrative that Crystalmancer is the only unit and everybody should use it. And if you think that I'm insane that for thinking that people think this way, I present to you all of this. I get this all the time. I get people like this all the time. There will probably be somebody in my comment section of this video try to convince me that, nah, Crystalmancer is the best. Nah, you should use it. You just don't know how to use it. If you knew how to use it, you'd be better. You should stop using those legendaries. Just use Crystalmancer. It's the best. I'm not acting harshly towards you at all. I have respect for you. It's great. I do, believe it or not, I'm just a very stubborn person, and I do know a lot about this game. I'm a very stubborn person, and I do know a lot about this game. This feels like something that I already understood from that first comment. That they're just being like, oh, just so you know, because you probably didn't know this about me. Try that Crystalmancer deck on both Crystal and High Arcanus on floor 13 and co-op and see which one's better. What? I'm not trying to convince you to use it, but you should definitely try it and use it because it's better. I have commented on this is the one that got me. This is the one that got me. I have commented on very few of your videos every single time you give a snarky remark, yet I still subscribe to you. Yet I still subscribe to you. That was the thing that got to me. And that was the thing that made me want to do a video. If you don't like my content, I'm talking about you, listener to this video. If you don't like my content, if you think that if I have given you a snarky response because you've said something to this effect to me, and you are still subscribed to me out of, I don't know, spite or something, you're still subscribed to me and you feel like you can hold that above me, like I'm only a subscriber to you, but you should change. You should change this thing about yourself. If that's how you feel, please unsubscribe to me. stop watching this video right now, unsubscribe to me, and enjoy the rest of your life. If that is the only reason why you're subscribed to me, like if you're subscribed to me and you don't like my content, you don't like my personality, you don't like who I am as a person, because I show a lot of who I am as a person to my detriment. Like I said, I could be very generic with my comments, or I could be very like, thanks for your comment, heart. Thanks for the comment, heart. I'll pass it on to the dev team. Like, I'm not going to do that. I have real emotions. And if I like something, I'm going to say that I love it. And if I hate something, I'm going to say I fucking hate it. If you are only subscribed to me so that you can hold that over my head for why you're subscribed to me, like, oh, I think that you're a shitty player, but I'm still subscribed to you anyway. Or, oh, I think that you're really snarky and mean against a lot of people, but I'm still subscribed to you anyway. And you're going to say, but I'm still subscribed to you anyway? Please unsubscribe to me. Please unsubscribe. I don't need you. In the same way that I do not need this person, I do not need you if that's how you feel. If you don't want to be here, I'm not going to force you to be here. If that is how you feel about me, I don't want you here as a subscriber. If you don't see the ridiculousness of what I am dealing with here, if this is how you feel, if you feel exactly how this person feels, like that I'm just mean all the time or something, and that I'm not mean to people that punch me, there's, like, I watched the John Campea show. And he talks about punchback babies. And he hates punchback babies. And it's when somebody punches you and you punch them back and they're like, oh, I was just kidding. Oh, why did you punch me so hard? You're being so mean. Oh, like, I was just joking around. It was just a prank. That's called a punchback baby. It's you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back, and now you think I'm the bad guy. Like, if this is how you feel about me, like that I'm just mean to everybody or something, and I know that I'm not. And I know that I'm not because whenever I do lives, I have a lot of friends in my lives. I have a lot of people that have subscribed to me. I know that what I am doing is correct. Might not always be correct, but I know for the most part, I stand by things that I do. I stand by things that I say. And there is one thing that I will not stand for. And that's people that think that I don't know anything and that they know more than me. I don't claim to know everything. There are a lot of things that I don't know. Like Small Shamer. And that's exactly why I brought that up. Small Shamer basically discredited a video that I did by saying, you know, like, you shouldn't use Enchant Sword, like Night Statue is better, right? But there's a way to say that to where it's not mean. It's like, hey, just so you know, I used Enchant Sword when the Forest Cleanse Blessing was active, and I found that using Enchant Sword cuts your damage in half, and, you know, like, I switched to Night Statue. That's not, you're bad at the game, like, you don't know what you're talking about when you made this video. You know, like, you should take this video down, and you're a terrible player. You know, like, that's not that. I'm willing to be wrong. But there are some people that come at me like I don't know anything about this game, and that is simply not fucking true. I think about this game all the time. And if I have you know, like, and I want to bring this up too. You can be factually right and still be wrong. If I made a video titled "What the best way to get gold in this game," and in that video I decided to say co-op, play co-op, join a clan. If you join a clan and they have a high reputation, you'll get better gold in co-op, because co-op is the best way to get gold. And if somebody was like, oh, you clearly don't know anything about this game, because you can also get gold during PvP battles, and you can also get gold in the season pass in chests, and you didn't talk about that, and you only talked about co-op, and that's not the only way to get gold. They are factually right, and I don't fucking care. They are factually correct, but because they said it like that, I don't care about them at all. Because in the video, if I made a video like this and I said, co-op is the best way to do it, join a clan, get more reputation, get more gold, use gold maps, play PvP for gold maps, use them in co-op, that is the best way to farm gold, that is the correct answer. Yes, you can get it in other ways. Yes, I know that you can get it in other ways, but the best way to do it is co-op. When people think that I don't know anything about this game, or come at me in that way of like, oh, you don't know. Oh, you didn't realize this thing? Oh, you thought that was the best way? Actually, this is the best way. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a way. It's not the best way. You can think that High Arcanist is better. I would rather die with Crystal Arcanist than win with High Arcanist because of luck. I would rather lose with Crystal Arcanist because I couldn't do enough damage than win with High Arcanist because of luck. I feel like this is where this should have ended. It doesn't. It just keeps going. And after this comment, I said something to the effect of, no, don't delete this. It'll ruin my engagement. No. I'll do anything to keep you as a subscriber. Please stay subscribed to me. At which point they deleted the thread, and that's why the thread doesn't exist. But me being the Taylor Swift, I keep all my receipts. I had already made a video, like a screenshot or a screen recorded video, because I was pretty sure that they were going to delete it. And if they didn't delete it, it would have just been easier for me to go into the YouTube comment, and then I would have done it that way. But I was like, just in case they delete it, I'm going to screen record all of this. I want you guys to understand that I make content because I like the game. I make content because I like playing the game. I make content because I like thinking about the game. But there is an aspect of making content and posting it on the internet for everybody to see that you also have to deal with. You can't just like something and then post about it, right? Because inevitably you're going to get people like this that dislike what you're doing or what you're saying. And the more you talk, the more people have to disagree with. Which is why most content creators, not just Rush Royale content creators, but why most content creators will not give out a lot of information. They won't tell you in one, regard or another, like strongly or, against their feelings about something. They won't say, I love this thing. They won't say, I hate this thing. And if they do say something, it's always, I love this thing. right? That's not who I am. I am a person first, and I'm a content creator second. And I know that I have to deal with people that are difficult in my comment section. That's just how the internet works. You can make a video about how much you love something, and somebody will comment, I disagree with you, I hate that thing. And how you respond to that as a content creator is however you respond to that as a content creator. And sometimes it's worth it for me to say something, and sometimes it's not worth it. But every so often, I just feel like I need to point out that this exists. That people are like this in my comment section. And this is how I treat them. That it's not a secret. And for most of you that do comment, thank you. I'm pretty sure I had a short interaction with you, and it was nice. If I commented with you and it is less than 5 comments, it was a nice interaction. It's an easy interaction. I love your videos. Thank you so much. That's it. That's all it needs to be. When it gets into this, these are the people that I dislike. And at that point, all I'm doing is trying to see how far they will take this. Like, how willing are they to make their ridiculous point? Like, how much do they just not understand that I don't care about what they're saying? And the truth is, the easiest way to do it is just to keep asking questions. Just to keep asking dumb questions. Because that's what they think of you. I'm sorry. That's what they think of me. That I just don't know. Oh my god, High Arcanist, like, how do you play it? Like, what is that card? What's the level 15 talent? Oh, that's so crazy. How much damage does it do? Oh, how can I do that? That's so fun. Like, I don't know anything about this game. And when they go into that mode where they feel like they're teaching me about this game, it's insane. It's insane to me. It's insane to me that this went on for this long. And it just would not stop. Don't be this guy. I don't like doing negative videos. As much as you guys might think that I love doing negative videos, I don't like doing negative videos. These dark side videos. I don't like doing dark side, like, rant videos, right? But I feel like every so often, I have to be real with you guys. And I have to be like, you know what? There's a lot of positive things about this game that I like to talk about. But it's not all positive. Like, sometimes sometimes negative things happen to me. And it's not, like I said in the beginning of this video, it has nothing to do with this game. It's just people. Just people being people. It's just people that comment in such a way where it makes me feel like they don't think that I know what I'm talking about. And I think about everything that I say all the time. It's a trait that I've learned since birth. It's something that has been ingrained in me growing up every single day of my life. It's that if I don't know what I'm talking about, I should shut up. That if I don't know 100%, if I can't back up something in post, right? If I post this video And if I decide to be like, oh, no, I didn't mean anything that I said in that video, then I don't post that fucking video. If I can't back up a video, then I don't post it. And a lot of time, you know what's funny? Sometimes people will be like, take like a 6-month-old video that I posted. Somebody commented on my Blade Dancer video that Blade Dancer is not good. When I was like really down on like Blooming Dash Blade Dancer, and I was like, this unit is not good. It was back before Scrapper got talents. It was back when I was playing Blooming Dash Blade Dancer all the time. And I was saying, I cannot tell anybody to invest into Blade Dancer because it's not good, and it's never been good. It has never been meta. Currently, it has never been meta. It has never been nerfed. It has only ever been buffed. But I did a video back before Scrapper got talents and before it became pretty good with Sharpen Frenzy. And I did a video like 6-7 months ago. And somebody commented on it recently. And they were like, Blade Dancer's actually really good. And I was like, did you see the date on this video? Like, yeah, I would have been able to back this up 6 months ago, but the game changes. I'm not going to say that, like, every post that I've ever made, like, I have, like, tier lists from 22.0, right? I have old tier lists. I'm not saying that I stand by everything that, that I've ever made to this date because of this ever-changing game. But if I post something, I will back up and I will stand by what I said when I said it. If you're still subscribed to me, I trust that my subscriber count will go from 2330 to 2 after I post this video. But if you are that other person subscribed to me, and you understand all of this, and you understand like my frustration in all of this, thank you for still being here. Thank you for watching an hour-long video. Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching an hour-long video. Thank you for not being weird in a comment section. Thank you for appreciating my knowledge about this game, and for trusting me that I have knowledge about this game. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for listening to my rants that I feel like I need to do every so often. And thank you for